Hey you guys, how's it going? It is me, Clary Berry. I'm here today to bring to you the Divine Masculine reading for the day. Usually it's the next couple, of days is kind of how I like to do mine because energy can and will change very, very quickly. Remember that this is Divine Masculine inside of yourself or in the relationship so you can watch it for your cross-watching for your person. DM and DF can both get, benefits out of this. It can really teach us a lot to always be willing and able to flip things around like that, okay? Flip things around on yourself, just like the shadow work in my playlist. So conclusions are within reach, finally. And this is full moon energy, eclipse energy on a new moon, basically. Okay. And that's great. This new moon energy is taking us into the future, and it is still about release, because here, we have this full moon energy, and I've definitely thought that with all the Mars energy, it's definitely kind of a yawn energy for compared to, like your average new moon. Okay. My energy was off the roof. Okay. And that's usually the energy more of a full moon. Okay. So I'm going to take some underlying energy here. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're paying attention to all those signs flying around, because there are many. Okay, so what's been going on lately with the Divine Masculine? King of his own world, king of his own palace. The Virgo energy definitely affecting us. Definitely making us want to, focus on working at things, making things better, fixing up things, organizing, decluttering, cleaning. Okay? Definitely in that mode, in that energy, in that mindset and everything. Okay. And, Divine Masculine might be proud of those endeavors. Okay. Making him kind of happy. Okay. Going to this, I think, feeling better about his or herself, at that time, is helping them to kind of clear out some things, some little things, just gain some confidence back. I feel like be able to kind of, okay, show yourself, you're carrying on, you're moving on. Things obviously might not have been super great lately. Conclusions are coming soon. We've been through a lot. And we've been missing our flame. Our flame has definitely been on the back burner. Divine Masculine has been so focused on his own life, making his own life better, fixing up his own life, his or her own life. You guys know how it is. That they hadn't made a lot of time for their twin flame. But you are their focus deep down of their soul, and no matter the material things or the work things that just need to be done that come, seem to come in front of that's an illusion. Those things take up more of this time, this space and this money and this attention right now. But those are all external. This is not, where the soul wants to be, where the soul is yearning for, okay? To be with you, with their feminine energy, in her strength. It's like they know that you're going to be okay because you're so strong. And they know you are supported and connected, okay? Again, there's this watching energy. They're watching you. They're learning. You're helping them to grow. Their shadow side might be, how do I put this? Might be raging out a little bit, because if their darker side knows, that if the ego knows that it's going to be eliminated with your special powers and influence here, then yeah, that the ego is gonna, maybe lash out, maybe run, maybe whatever. Again, if there's any type of real abuse, even getting into, systematic, silent treatment, neglect type of stuff like that, that's not twin flame energy. There's a little bit of pull and back and forth and all of that, but it's never, unless, and even when Divine Masculine or Feminine has to cut it off for her own protection, she does it in a loving way. Okay. And I think that's what's being happening, is that's how you, it's just the right way to do it. There's a right way and a wrong way to do stuff. Okay. And this is coming into the right way of acting, not just all this foo-foo nonsense, you guys. This is practical, one foot in front of the other progress that you can make. And it's not just, oh, let's do this to get with our person. This is to control your emotions. This is to create something good in this life. Everybody wants to have a legacy. Okay. Everybody wants to leave a legacy. What are you fixing to leave? You know, if you were leaving today, what would you be leaving? Okay. So very, very interesting. Okay. A lot going on. Lots and lots. Beginning, again, Libra season's coming. We've been getting justice and temperance, just like we did last year. Okay? Tempering our emotions, being fair with our emotions. Not, again, we cannot neglect our own emotions and our own thoughts and our own beliefs. If they're running wild, if they're not in the truth, that's not fair to you, to yourself, to your people. Treating yourself anything less than an amazing goddess angel queen, right, is totally cheating yourself, is totally unfair. These are themes we've been dealing with for the past 3 or 4 readings. Huge for this new moon. Okay? Huge. Okay? Now, this is about integrity in some way as well too, because this Virgo moon just has a lot, you know, a lot about integrity. And it's just like doing the same thing, you know, whether anyone's watching you or not, you would act the same way. You're in this genuine, truthful connection with your higher power. And again, anything less than that is less than what you deserve, especially now that you've come this far. So don't allow yourself to sink back. Don't allow yourself to get sucked into the vortex. Whatever vortex it may be, so-and-so's trying to suck you in, Facebook's trying to suck you in, you know, co-worker, you know, it doesn't matter. Twin flame even, okay? Children, siblings, everybody. Rah, 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 rage, rage, rage. Rage against, you know, each other. That's what they want us to do, right? But again, we're not in a point where we're going to take things and not try to change them, and not try to say our piece, not try to stand up for our own values. We've got to stand up for what's right now, no matter what. And again, these types of things sometimes just take our attention, okay? It's almost like we're just all so distracted with our inner healing, distracted with our homes, distracted with our jobs, and distracted with our fights for justice. Okay? And again, it may feel like Twin Flame's situation is on the back burner, but all of this stuff is all symptoms of awakening. You know, you're getting your life together, you're getting your stuff together, you know? You may not be feeling like you are, but in dealing with it and being strong, and you're getting better. You are getting better. You have come a long way. You will soon see and experience that even more. Okay, but it's time to be happy and let this sadness go. We really do get addicted to certain frequencies, whether it's sadness or, again, this vortex, this, you know, anger, this fear, this judgment, you know, denial is a big one, where we just tell ourselves, you know, all the wrong things, and we dupe ourselves into believing these things. Okay. And again, we're learning, you know, what again is true integrity. Okay. What again is really the right thing to do, not just what we thought we were looking out for ourselves, or, you know, we don't need to, there's a little bit of, you know, trying to protect yourself. Let's try to get away from that and just focus on giving, focus on getting together. Okay. And again, it's about not being selfish with your person. Okay. This is not coming through as anything negative with 3 of Cups, like a lot of people try to say. This today is coming through, you know, again, as just letting it guide you, letting, you know, your own intuition guide you as to what you want to be doing. You will feel that spark. The little sparks down here. You know, you will feel motivated to do what you need to do, truly, if you listen. If you listen, okay? They have their feet here in the water. They are connected. They are listening. They are in tune with their subconscious. And they're getting together. Again, this is like minds. This is getting together here within the, you know, the astrology twin flame community here, whatever. This is the connections that we make, even just when doing the readings. You know, we learn about each other, and definitely keep in touch afterwards. Like, it's great. Oh, and by the way, I just have to say this. If you got a personal reading, you paid for it, but did not send me an email, please do so. Be sure to include the name of what you sent, okay? And what method you sent it through, so I know that it's you, okay? So, again, integrity, integrity, integrity. What does that mean? How are you? It's like we've done a lot of looking, like I feel like if people are doing the shadow work enough to know, you know, and they're looking at their people, we're our person, and we're looking at our person, and then looking at ourselves. It's definitely a time to, you know, it's definitely, again, a time for this Virgo criticism. So I feel like we can walk around, we feel like we might be feeling a lot of just rage, again, aggression and argumentative, and we may be feeling like not only just mad at our person, but also like mad at ourselves, wanting to hurt our person on some level, and wanting to also do the same to ourselves if we're in our lower vibration, and if we're not, you know, again, rising. We do need community. We do need a creative solutions that come through this Virgo energy are going to be good. Working with others on the creative solutions, okay, is phenomenal. It's all about personal growth, like on literally every aspect. Again, learning. The only thing you can do right now with this 2020 energy is keep learning, keep growing, and keep changing. Again, if you're trying to stay the same, well, this is what we've always thought, and this is what I've always been taught, and that's what my daddy said. So, you know, like that energy is ancient dinosaur stuff. You know, we've got to be open, okay? Because a lot of energy is trying to come to us, and we're pushing it away if we're not going within. Your relationships, this is telling you, look at this, all of their eyes are down. They're closed. They're focused on themselves. This is female empowerment, ladies. Ladies and gents, whatever you want to call yourselves, because I don't care and I respect that. This is empowerment. This is getting together, and this is what we're doing here. You know, the divine feminine is healing itself, is sharing, creating deep, new, real, authentic relationships that are not built upon fake shopping, getting drunk, treating yourself like shit, you know, going out, spending all your money, and then whatever, you know, it's like, it's not this shallow shit anymore. Okay. We have come so far. We still are going. It's a beautiful journey. Okay. Stay positive. Okay. So just want to keep going with this. So this is awesome. Now, this is not about, again, we've been talking about this idea. Showing, it's kind of like, I've been talking about proving it to yourself. And normally it's a lot of, okay, well, kind of like comes across as we gotta act strong, you know, in the strength card situation that we had, all of this healing, you know, we've got to set our boundaries and stick to it, right? But there's also, we're not there. I want to make sure that there's not a, oh, we're just putting on this act, you know, just to earn DM's respect. Because that is not, you know, it's got to be true. It's got to be pure. There's a thing, if you have ever heard of or read the Quantum Success by Sandra Ann Taylor, talks about the law of pure desire. Okay, and that is, again, it can't be codependent energy. It can't be desperate. It cannot be manipulative, and it cannot be fear-based. Okay, very, very, very important. You've got to come in for the right reasons, even if it is your true twin flame. And that's why we retry, and we push and we pull and we get back together, because we need to start it off again on a new date, with a new feeling, with a new intention. Okay? And each time, again, we retry, we get better at it, and we're working it out. That's all we can do, is work it out and not give up. There's no point in giving up and turning around. There's no point in even having those doubts, the back and forth. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Is this the right thing to do? Or, do I need to leave and cut this person off to protect myself? Let me tell you, if you need to protect yourself, you don't need to let your person go. You can do it nicely. And this is, in fact, the more lasting and real way to keep showing that care. Keep on showing you care about your person and how their inner growth is going, about how their lives are going, about how, the lives of their people around them are going. Okay, again, this is a new intention that is bringing luck and beauty and manifestation even more than ever before. Letting go of the old ways. More than you ever thought possible. We have no idea how to be imaginative in a certain way. That's why you get the phrase, truth is stranger than fiction. Because sometimes it really is. Okay, not about showing your DM, you're strong and you're, dignified, integrity, just for the sake of, doing it until you get your person. I'm only doing this because I'm going to get my person. No, at a certain point, you can use that as a motivator to start, but at a certain point, you're going to have to come to the conclusion that, hey, you really do deserve it. You really do deserve dignity and integrity. Okay? Let it go. Let go. Do some shadow work. Do some inner child healing. Go to my program. Get it all. Watch all my playlists. Understand how this works. Creating the new at the same time. This whole year, we're creating the new and we're letting go. Creating and letting go. And it's a cycle. And the next cycle is going to be huge. The next conclusion is going to be huge. Okay, so I want to get into some more specifics, okay, about how Divine Masculine is actually thinking about, ooh, yeah, ooh, okay, here we go, same cards. Did you like that? I love it when that happens. It's so great. It's just the tarot is how it works. The energy is here and it will find its way. So this is how Divine Masculine is thinking about you. They're thinking about you as their perfect peaceful match. They're thinking about you as that comfort. They are thinking about you, and that deeper connection that they have. And they might be thinking about how you are so in tune with it, They're thinking about the romance. They might be definitely thinking about sex here. Got sex on the brain. And not just on the brain, but, they're feeling it. There's definitely some real life passion going on. Okay? Getting a lot of this is like telepathic. A lot of this is imaginative. Okay? Which is fabulous. Just know that everything we're doing right now is building. You're creating habits. Each time you do something, each time you think about your person positively, each time you speak to your person positively, you are making it more easy to do that in the future. Okay? Every time you make love, and even dream about and fantasize about making love, you're raising that vibration. And you're attracting that to yourself. Do not downplay the power of your own emotions and your thoughts and your beliefs. And of course, your expectations, right? Okay, so Divine Masculine about the relationship. See, there's always like a little bit of a difference between, it's usually like way more, positive and dreamy energy about the person. And it's like, okay, but actually, Divine Masculine's thoughts about making it work. Yikes. How am I going to get myself out of this mess? This is exactly the energy. It's like, damn, I might have had the world and I might have just lost it. But your subconscious knows that you really got it. They know DM's got this. And we need to believe. We need to believe in DM. Believe that DM is going to come through. I believe. If you have to do the cheer, it's like there's cheers. I talked about this the other day with the mantra. I believe that we will win. Okay? It's like a little cheer. Sorry. It's just one of those things, So they sense that this big new change is coming. They change that even though they may feel in some ways hopeless, and they may really just be, again, kind of, I want to say distraught, almost empty feeling is kind of more how it's coming across. They're feeling empty without you. You know, this is how they feel with you, and this is how they're dreaming about you and thinking about you. And this, don't get me wrong. What's that? It's just me in your hand tonight, or you in your hand tonight. Pink. Yep, it's that energy going on if you're picking up when I'm laying down, okay? But that's going to change, okay? That's not good enough, right? And that's not the only reason, okay? But there is a lot of reptilian energy here. Again, so, ooh, okay, watch out, you know, watch out, because that can manifest itself in lower vibrations, okay? It can just be coming through as super, super passion. I think it's too, it's like getting over again this idea that we need to always protect ourselves and hide and run, you know, because DM has, you know, that tendency to do that. But if you notice, it's like there's an ebb and a flow, and the dragon, you know, this energy can get bigger and smaller, but ultimately we're breaking it down. We're breaking down the knee-jerk reactions, the ego, again, the way we've always done things, and this new hot and, you know, spicy in a good way, just the right amount, again, because we're learning to give DM a little breather. If we're always doing the initiation because we're scared, we're operating out of fear, we're pushing it away. Divine Masculine, again, subconsciously, they don't even realize that they need to be the ones. They are made, you know, to be the pursuers. It's not even a biological sex thing. It's about divine masculine, feminine energy. Again, could be girl, boy, man, woman, whatever. Okay? They sense the new beginning. They're so with it. They're going with the flow, and they're chipping away at their ego. Okay? So go DM. Okay? And they know that that is like the key here, because they've got to learn from these mistakes. They've got to learn, or else what? It's all in vain. And that is not all in vain. This relationship, this love is not something that they're willing to just walk away from anytime soon. So don't you worry. Stop worrying that you're going to have to, because again, even if you have to cut them off, or, you know, again, embody this strength, you know, and this boundaries and dignity, even if you have to do that, you can do it in a nice way and maintain the friendship. Maintain the friendship. You can maintain the communication. Don't get angry. Don't allow yourself to ignore your own needs to the point where you get angry at your person because it's your own fault that you weren't sticking up for yourself. If your person is bugging you, they need to know that you will block their ass. It's not going to be them blocking you. You're going to block their ass temporarily. And don't feel bad if you have to do it, because you can't be manipulated. Again, we can't try to do the manipulating, but we can't allow ourselves to be in that manipulative energy. Just like we cannot be, like the fear-based energy that was coming through the other day was making me like legit mad. We cannot tolerate it. We're not tolerating manipulative, fear-based, or desperate energy anymore. All across the board. That's not how we live our lives. We are true, like spiritual warriors. We are divine. We do not need fear to do anything. We don't need fear to govern. We don't need we don't need it for anything, inside or out, like I said. Okay, so let's get down into some blockages and solutions. Okay, actually, I was thinking 3. So yeah, let's go there. Sorry. So again, 2 of Cups. I mean, how much lovers energy can we have here? Starting off, it's what's on our mind. It's what we want. It's what's on our hearts. Okay, it's what's calling us, and it is what's pushing us along on this enlightenment journey. Okay, we are creating our new lives by the work that we are doing now. The vulnerability, the authenticity that you are able to bring to the table in the very near future with your person is going to set the tone for the next 3 months, 3 years, etc. Okay, this is a lifestyle. Okay, again, the shadow work is a lifestyle. You have to check out the shadow work playlist. I recommend getting the program. The program is 30 videos long. It is holistic law of attraction, shadow work, and then down to the inner child healing so that you can get into union with yourself, your higher power, and your person. You cannot be in alignment with your person, in union with your person, if you're not in alignment into union with your own self and your own energies. And that includes, again, not only your mental, your normal law of attraction, also your emotions, your beliefs, your actions, and your habits. So, creation, creation, creation. See divine feminine here. Again, not all up in DM's business. Not even facing his general vicinity. She's put the wall up. DM is focused on the wall. DM is showing some signs of, not liking this wall, wishing he could tear this wall down. But guess what? He's engaged and he's feeling something. He's feeling something. And this is key because divine feminine so often, divine masculine so often does not try to let themselves feel, for reasons many, conditioning and also just natural tendencies, to shy away from certain things. But a lot of conditioning, to have divine masculine not be, okay with expressing, okay with feeling, taught to do that. Use, given the words, again, back to a few weeks ago, we were talking about the constructs, the words that you are taught and how you use them lay the groundwork for anything that you're able to do or build or learn or share, right? It's like you can only use the building blocks with which you have to create things. So if your very words, how we communicate, that's like, it makes a huge difference. That's why I don't like labels or labels. It's more about the meaning you ascribe to something. Okay? A lifestyle of being in connection to our higher power is being able to chop our little egos down a little bit. And that's what we're doing with the shadow work. And if we're not going to do that, then that's going to be an issue. Okay? That's what's going to help us change so much. And again, we have to be willing. You have to open up wide here. We've used the birthing analogy. It's been a long time coming. It's going to be a long time getting used to this new life after this and building this new life, learning about it. It's just like parenting, like all that time, like think that long of a time span here as of what we're talking about with this creation. And this creation goes beyond just, manifesting your person into union with you. If you think that's the end all be all, I'm sorry. You're going to be manifesting things well after you have that down pat. Because the reality is it's not as far away as you think it is. What do you think it is? What do you think union actually is? And what does that mean? And what is stopping you from walking around and saying, I believe I'm in union with my person? And then cutting it out and then saying that enough to the point where you actually believe it, to where you don't even need to say I believe it, to where you just walk around and say I'm in union with my person and believe that it's true. Even if you and your person are not married, living together, even official, Facebook official, whatever. I mean, yes, truth, maybe, being open, honest, monogamous, if that's what you want, like those sort of things are good underlying things, because you need, if it's something you need, yes, I need you, to show me, how you feel in ways that I can deal with that, in love languages that I can understand. Check out my Twin Flames Talks playlist. I've got some good videos about the love languages in Twin Flames. Okay. Very, very important to understand, how our person operates. And the roles. It's kind of like dealing also with this Virgo energy, dealing with the roles, and also the Mars, the roles, that we're playing in each other's lives. Okay. And again, it's inspiring. It's vulnerability. It's true intimacy, which you cannot have spiritual growth without. So very, very important. You are so necessary to your person. And again, you really can't even allow yourself anymore to, if you really feel this is true, it's like shit or get off the pot. You have to decide that you are going to say, make it or break it. You are going to say yes or no. You are going to stop doing the wishy-washy back and forth. Okay? Commit. Make this commitment. If you want commitment from your person, commit. If you want communication, communicate, okay? With yourself, with your higher power, and again, with your person as well. Okay, this is, yes, it's striving for things. Yes, it's having these goals and wanting them, but it's not necessarily thinking, again, that this action is the way to get it. Because how many planets do we have in retrograde? I actually do have this written down somewhere, I think. Let me see. I've got notes on astrology everywhere. Saturn, Pluto, Mars, Neptune, Chiron, and Uranus, all in retrograde. Okay? All in retrograde. So it's not necessarily a time for doing, even though we're in Mars. It is a time, you know, and Mars and Virgo, you know, because again, it's work, but really it's come through as inner work this year. Okay? Inner work. Knowing what you can do. And there's been bad crap. That's what's scary. That's what's kept us, you know, and kept Divine Masculine from really being able, because all of the past, and they were focused on that. They've been focused on that and letting it guide them, but they can't focus on the past anymore. They know that's not the right way to be. They know that they have to listen to kind of this yearning, these maybe repetitive thoughts that they're having. It can't get you off their mind. Understanding that this relationship is deeper, is spiritual. Again, cannot shake you. He cannot shake you. He's been watching you. We've been talking about that lately. He's been up and down, in and around, back and forth. How am I going to get her back? That is what it's coming across as. And at a certain point, again, Divine Masculine has to stop and has to say, you know, the things that I'm trying to do, or that I have been thinking maybe even about doing, you know, okay, giving gifts, giving flowers, again, more shallow things, more external, mundane, 3D things. This is Divine Masculine finally coming out of it, realizing that this bond is not just about, remember all those fiery, it's not just about the sex. It's kind of like Divine Masculine is awakening to that on a way deeper level, and it's not been easy for them. Not that they necessarily consciously thought that, but it's kind of like how you allow yourself to operate, or how they were allowing themselves to operate. Okay? Divine Masculine going within, recognizing that this needs to happen. They're taking, again, their cue from you. Meditation, you know, yoga, you know, having things, there is like some Jupiter, some good luck energy. Okay? There's some out there. Okay, this is taking control. And again, it's figuring out what we truly want, not just the materialistic things, and not just necessarily being, this is the idea. If you're trying to manifest, you know, wealth or riches, it's not just so that you can be rich and show off and have fancy things. It's so that you can have freedom, you know, freedom to actually live the lifestyle, which means like more of like, you know, not having to work 8, 9, 10, 12, whatever hours every day, and not have to, you know, do these things that you don't want to do every day. Like, that's the energy that keeps coming through here that's pulling us. And it's not even that metaphorical. This is real life that we are creating. And it's exciting. And we need to stay excited. We need to stay engaged. We need to keep learning, keep growing, keep getting better, one foot in front of the other. But again, it's not this, the way I talk about that, it comes across, I think, sometimes as push, 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 do, do, do. This is more imagination, more aligning again with the truth of what we want. And again, if you're a twin flame, I know that pull has been strong. I know that's why you're here. I know we're having a problem with curbing these codependent, these overcompensation energies, these obsessive energies about our person. That pull is so strong. Okay? But you got this. And look at this, all of their eyes. It's like once you realize you got to go within, then you finally do it. This is where we are at, where we need to be. And you will get your rest after you do the work. You will get your rest. You know, you will be able to have that freedom and that power of your own self. And again, being in control of your own self, being dignified. And again, if you have to stand up for yourself, even to your twin flame, you do this in the most dignified and integrity-based way that you possibly can, with love, with unconditional love. And therefore, you don't have to feel bad about, oh, you know, Do I have to let it go? Do I have to cut them off? Do I have to, you know, this or that? You're never going to do that. You're never going to turn your back on them, and they're never going to do it to you. Even if you have to have periods of separation to do work, it's time to do. If you're separated, it's time to do work. Okay, it's like, okay, it's not that no rest for the wicked. It's like sit back and allow the answers to come to you. Work smart, not hard. Okay. Conclusions are within reach. Check out my program. Check out my, the programs go really well with the personal readings. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much for all the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. It really helps with the algorithm. And yeah, we're just trying to spread the message, trying to help this light grid. And definitely remember to stay out of the negative vortexes. It's like the video games, you know, where you're like, it reminds me of California games back on Nintendo. You're like skating, you gotta like skate around the, you know, or like bike around the obstacles, and like like that's what we do. Which is like, if you see a vortex coming up, we've got to learn to start like identifying them ahead of time. Oh no, I'm about to get sucked into the vortex. No, you know, I'm not going into the vortex. Except for you don't actually fall into the vortex. You walk away from it or run as fast as you possibly can. And again, if your person is being that vortex energy, you get the hell away from it right now. Don't even give them the satisfaction of cursing them out or saying anything or trying to explain anything. Because the best thing you can do is show them with your actions and show them again with your non-action. I'm going to end it on that. Love you guys. Much love. Many blessings. Talk to you later.